I promised that I was going to do this. So this is for Carol Knowles and for Linda Rand, who have asked, how do I bake bread? So I don't know how this is going to work out. I'm going to have to edit it, but we're going to see. First of all, I take a bowl and put it on my scale. I always use a scale because it gives me the exact same results every time. Now, I'm going to put in here the exact amount of flour. Have the right amount here. It's going to be 2250. And whoops, 2280. Don't need that. 2250. That's not more. 2240. 2250. Yeah, that's my amount of flour. Have that right. Now, I'm going to take my main mixing bowl. I'm going to take 3 cups of this flour. 1, 2, 3 cups of this flour. And I'm going to put it in this bowl. Now I'm going to set this aside so I don't get it mixed up. Now I have my yeast. Buy this yeast in large quantities. Put 2 tablespoons of yeast in here. 2 tablespoons of yeast. Real easy. Cover up my yeast and put it back in the refrigerator and store it, keep it good and dry. Now I'm going to take a half a cup of sugar. I have my sugar right up here. 1/2 cup of sugar. All the dry ingredients are really complicated. 1/2 cup of sugar. And now I'm going to put another dry ingredient in here. What is it? Oh, a tablespoon of salt. 1 tablespoon of salt. Where's my salt? Ah, here's my salt. Buy salt in little containers too. There's a lot of salt here. There's a lot of sugar. 1 tablespoon of salt. Plop right in there. Now I've got all my dry ingredients ready. Now I'm going to do my wet ingredients. So I'll put this here and zero this out and put this here. And we're going to take 1/4 cup of oil. 1/4 cup of oil. And we'll put it in this thing here. 1/4 cup of oil. And now I'm going to do 1/4 cup of mantequilla or butter flavoring, which I put in as well. Instead of 1/4 cup less of water. I got this here. Now, I'm going to go over to the sink and put water in here. I'll be right back. Now, I'm going to weigh out my liquid to the exact amount, so I have the same liquid every time. In this case, it's 1050. 1050. Now I've got my liquid just the way I want it. I'm going to take the liquid, I'm going to put it on the stove, I'm going to use a thermometer, and I'm going to make this liquid 130 degrees. Now, I've got my water 130 degrees, I've checked it with this isothermometer so I know what it is. Don't want it too hot, but I certainly want it hot enough. Rubber spatula, mix up the salt, sugar, and yeast all in here so it's all mixed up good. And now I will turn around and put the water in. Boom, just like that. No bit by bit, stir by stir, and all that kind. Just put it in there. Now they tell you when you beat this up a little bit in the beater, keep using a thing and scraping the sides and all that stuff. Well, I find it's easier just to scrape all the sides and everything, mix it up a little bit right now, and I don't have to be shutting my mixer off and doing all that kind of stuff. It's all loosened from the bottom. It's all in the pan, and it's good. And I got it here. Put it on my handy KitchenAid mixer. In this case, I use, to start with, a paddle. Bring it up here, and I mix it for 1 minute, kind of slow. Let it go for a minute. Now that it's mixed for a minute, I'm going to put it up a little higher and let it mix for about another minute to get it really going. While that's mixing, I'm taking my egg, I have 2 eggs here, I'm just mixing them up good so they're kind of beat up. Really complicated this, you know. Okay, that's getting nice and smooth there. Let me get a special spoon. Okay, now that I've got this beat up, I'm going to turn around and put the egg in here. Let it beat a little bit more. So it's being really smooth. Yeah, that's nice and smooth. Really complicated. Now turn back to slow again. And take my arena, put it in here for me flour. Put this in here. Just want to mix it in. And get the rest in here. Yeah. Okay. Now that's mixed. Now let's cut it off. Lower this. And I'll scrape this kind of sticky batter from the paddle, which is not complicated. Batter it off here. Actually, most of the work is done now. It's really gooey now. I'll put it on here, and I will take the red hook, put it on low, and I'm going to let this do its thing for 10 minutes. And then I'm going to come back, and the dough will be much better to use. While that is kneading, I took and put a little oil in this pan, the same pan I used for the flour in the beginning, because it's why dirty more pans. Put the oil in. Took my hands. This is great if you got dry hands. I have dry hands, so I love it when I just put all this oil in the pan. Gets my hands nice and moist. Then I can take it, get the other hand, get that moist. So if you got dry hand problems, baking bread can be the answer to this. Now, but oily hands is not the answer to shutting off your telephone camera, but we'll see what happens. Now, this dough is somewhat sticky. When I make it drier, the bread ends up being kind of floury and not as good. So my experience with this bread is let it be sticky. It gets less sticky as it needs, but it'll be less sticky, and it'll be a much nicer, moister bread. Cook really well, and we'll enjoy it a great deal. Okay, the time is about up. The timer is going to go off any second, so I'll start right now. In fact, I'm going to shut the timer off first, so hold on a second. Okay, now, let's put this down a bit. Shut off the beater. Take off the dough hook. I want you to see the consistency of this, because it's not what you would normally have thought you wanted for consistency of your bread dough. You see, it's quite sticky. In fact, to get it out easily, I am going to take it out with a spatula. Take it out, put it into the big bowl. Now that all this work is done, I simply take this dough, move it around a little bit on the oil, put a towel over this, put it someplace warm for the to rise. I'll set the timer for 40 minutes. Okay, the bread has risen. Now I'm going to punch it down like we all do, okay? Okay, I've got my bread down here. Let's see if we can just put more on my cutting board, shall we say. It's what I use, the cutting board. And I need it put it in 6 pieces. So each piece has to be 600. So 660, so a little fire, 630. So I get all the pieces that are the same. And now I'm going to make them into long tubes.
esa altura.
And now I've got three long pieces here. I'm going to braid them together into a braided loaf. Easy. Put it in the pan. Pinch the ends together. Now, we'll make 3 more. Just like braiding hair. Very easy. Put it in the middle of the pan. Now I'm going to take these braided loaves I've got. I have them on a floured and cornmeal covered pan. I'm going to put them in a warm place for 20 minutes. I don't cover them or anything. Just 20 minutes, I'll set my timer. Here is my bread has risen. Here is 1 egg beaten. Now, the brush that I use to put this on the bread, Miguel has used to paint iron, so I don't have it. I'm going to improvise and use a little piece of toilet paper. I'm going to put the egg on all of this bread, and then I'm going to sprinkle it with some oregano and some onion and some garlic. Okay, now I'll take my piece of toilet paper. So if you don't have a pastry brush, you really don't need a pastry brush. You can take and put your egg on with a folded piece of toilet paper. And the dough is quite stiff and bien, good, so it's no problem to use something little. Now I have the oven also heating up to 375 degrees while I'm doing this, because I need this to rise another 10 minutes. So I let it rise for 20 minutes here. And when it's nice outside, I actually put it in the sun. So now I'm going to take a little bit of garlic, and I'm going to sprinkle garlic all on this bread. I'm going to sprinkle garlic all on this bread here. And now I'm going to take a little onion. Put a little onion on this, gives a good flavor. Onion on the top of the bread. And now I'm going to take a little oregano. We like oregano here. And I'm going to be careful because it's easy to put too much oregano. And we'll just put oregano across the top of this. So this got a good flavor. And put this away and wait for the oven to get hot. We'll put it into the oven and then see what happens when it comes out after baking for 40 minutes at 375. And here's the bread, hot out of the oven, just like every one of you can bake it. This pan, so these pans you can buy on Amazon. They're really great. They're called half-sheet pans. They're a good quality. You want a good quality one. They aren't that expensive. They're perfect for cooking. I have 2 of them. I love them. I cook everything on these half-sheet pans. Okay. Any questions? You feel the right to me.